I just watched a very disturbing movie. Beautiful movie, but a very disturbing one called Mysterious Skin. Really, really heavy subject matter. And just super well done. Man, I'd never heard of that director before. Greg Araki, I think is his name. Or Greg Akari. Oh, man, I feel so bad. I keep saying it one way or the other. A something I, and it's an R or a K in either of those spots. But anyway, I need a palate cleanser of an everything right now, honestly, after watching that movie. And partially because of, well, if you've been watching documenting my experience here, you know, I don't need to say, but partly because of that movie and partly because of the personal deep diving I've been doing. I came down here in like a really high-strung state to rent a movie, and I rented a movie that finally I got to watch, or I get to see now. It's called The Wood. I wanted to watch it because it seems like it's a fun, little feel-good, lighthearted comedy. If it ends up being really depressing, I'm gonna be really, really mad. But yeah, I needed a palate cleanser of a movie, and I needed a palate cleanser of a video topic. Oh man, I'm starting to miss those early days of making videos. I mean, not at all, because they were in the early days of the pandemic, but I would just turn on the camera and just talk about whatever I wanted to, and they didn't have to have a point, and they still don't have a great central focus point now, but there's still a little freedom of I can do whatever I want to. It doesn't have to be the most presentational that I'm trying to get back to. I hope you can have both, you know. I don't want to just choose one or the other. Of like it's an interesting video that I feel proud of, or rather not ashamed of, or you know, it's just fun. It's just enjoyable. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna consume some media that lightens my mood just a little bit, while still journaling, while still figuring out my place in this world. I keep getting reminded of that Calvin Harris song with Rihanna. It's like, this is what you came for. I jumped into summer knowing I'm gonna have an existential crisis, and I'm gonna come out of it a very different, ever-changing person. And you know what? I was right. But the thing is, you have images, like future projections, like what is it going to be like when I go through this? And then you go through it and it's nothing like that at all. Even if it's exactly like it, it's nothing like it at all. At least not your like internal response to it, your emotional processing of it. This is what you came for, buddy. And you're in it right now. And you're putting yourself into a bit of intentionally anxious, high-strung states in a controlled setting. So that when those anxiety-inducing events happen in the world, like happen to you, you're like, dude, that's nothing. That's nothing at this point. It doesn't have to be oh gosh, this bad thing is happening to me, and this bad thing happened to me in the past. It could be, hey, this bad thing happened to me in the past, and I survived it. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to some chuckles. I also got this anime called Case Closed. It's just something that's been on a curiosity for me for a while. Because I saw an ad for it in a manga that I read as a kid. And then I picked up the manga at like Barnes & Noble and saw that it was rated like for older teens. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I can handle that at the age of 11. I probably could have handled it, but yeah, I'm excited to finally see what all that fuss was about. I love when I finally decide to watch something after over a decade of contemplating it. It's just a marvelous relief, because the anticipation is over. That's life for you. It is a great, big, marvelous relief when the anticipation of its occurrence is done.